I'm Donna.
And I'm Bruce, and this is Lyrical Wisdom.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Lyrical Wisdom, where we dive into song lyrics and offer heart-based wisdom through our interpretations. If you enjoy what you're hearing, don't forget you can catch every episode of Lyrical Wisdom on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and more.
You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Lyrical Wisdom Show. Do you have a song you'd like to hear us shed some light on? You can email us requests, questions, comments to lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Or leave a comment on a YouTube video. We'd really love to hear from you. And all requests get an episode and a shout out.
So join us every Tuesday and Friday as we dig deep and deliver our wisdom. And thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing to Lyrical Wisdom.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Donna.
How are you today?
I'm living another day in paradise. How are you?
I'm good. It's a little bit of a cold paradise, but it's still paradise.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I am so happy. Everybody knows that podcasts and things like this get recorded. And it is that time of year called fall. And it's so beautiful. The days are just, the sun shines, but it's not hot. You don't sweat. It's like, it feels so wonderful. And I want to be outside. That's the beautiful thing. It's like, I just want to be outside. It's calling me.
I couldn't agree with you more. I'm feeling the same way. It's almost hard to stay inside,
Yeah.
It's like it just calls to you.
It really is paradise out there.
It really is.
Yeah.
And even when we get a little bit of rain, it's just like this beautiful moment when that sun just starts shining through,
And everything glistens.
It does.
After the rain. I love
true,
sparkles.
Yeah, that's I was just thinking. Thinking it's like the glitter. It's like the world is covered in glitter.
Yes. I love that. Absolutely love it. We have a really special song today, and it's
we certainly do.
Yeah, and it's a big song, and
yes,
I know it's going to take us some time to get through it.
It just might, yeah.
Yeah. So, I just want to say welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today here on Lyrical Wisdom. And remember, you can also enjoy our songs that we share lyrics to. We have a playlist on Spotify, right, Bruce?
We do, yes. Lyrical Wisdom Songs. Right? That's what it's called. It's called Lyrical Wisdom Songs, and wonderful creation by, I would just like to say, a wonderful creation by our friend Allison. And now you don't just have the opportunity to listen to us talk about the songs. You can actually go and listen to the song too. It's a playlist that is constantly growing, and we love it. We love that we can actually offer that to you.
Right. And remember, we love doing requests. So please, please. Send us your request, and you know where to find us. You can email us. We're on YouTube. We're on Amazon, Music. We're on Spotify. We're on a lot of places now. So this is fun.
Yes.
I really am grateful that we are able to do this for you.
Me too.
Yeah. It kind of brings back memories.
It does. And I just interrupted Donna there as she was
That's
so kind
okay.
to me.
Yeah.
I love the song that we're going to do. It takes me back. You're right. It does bring back memories. It's like a trip back in time. I feel like I've lived this moment before,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what, Bruce? I'm experiencing that a lot more lately.
Yes.
really, really, really
Yes. Yes.
experiencing a moment where it's like, whoa, wait, I've been here before. I've experienced this before. I have felt this before. You said that already. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a special word that we use when this happens to you. And it's a
It's a
special moment in your life,
It really
right?
is, and it's a fun word to say or a
Yeah.
phrase or whatever you want to call it. I love it. It's special and it's fun and it's magical, and I love the way the words roll off the tongue when we actually say it. I love that because it makes me feel like I'm definitely smarter, and it also it makes me feel like I'm living in that moment and just really enjoying it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love that because yeah, I do feel like I've always had that sense. I love that you said that. I've always had that sense that we've been here before and we're doing
Yeah.
this somehow again, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So say it, Bruce.
We are going to be working with a song called Deja Vu.
Deja vu.
Deja Vu. Yes.
Love it. Yes, today the song is Deja Vu. I've been here before by Teena Marie. I'm young and I'm old. I'm rich and I'm poor. I feel like I've been on this earth many times before. Once I was a white gazelle on horseback riding free, searching in the darkness for a piece of me. I can feel this for sure. I've been here before. I can feel I can feel this for sure. For sure, for sure. I've been here before. I used to be a queen, on an island by the sea, with rainbow colored people. Ha, happy as can be. We never had a problem. There never was a care, and love was ever flowing, and its feelings shared. And I can feel this for sure. I've been here before. I can feel this for sure. For sure, for sure. Oh, I've been here before. Yes, I have. I can feel it in my heart. I feel it. The soul feels like the universe. It's vast and never ends. Stars to me are children. The babies are my friends. God is like a galaxy. Within my spirit flies. I felt this way a million times. Please don't ask me why. The question of my lifetime. If you ask my point of view, they say it all was karma. Call it deja vu. Call it deja vu. I can feel this for sure. Feel it for sure. I've been here before, and I can feel it. Feel it for sure. I've been here before. I've been here before. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm young and I'm old. I'm rich and I'm poor. I feel like I've been on this earth many times before. I can feel it. Once I was a white gazelle on horseback riding free, searching in the darkness for a piece of me. I can feel it. I used to be a queen, on an island by the sea. Rainbow colored people, happy as can be. Beautiful people. There never was a problem. There never was a care. No, no. And love was ever flowing, and its feeling shared. And I can feel this for sure, for sure, for sure. Feel it for sure, for sure, for sure. I've been here before. I swear it. I can feel it for sure, for sure, for sure. Feel it for sure. I've been here before. I can feel it. I can feel it. If hate is on your mind and you can't give love the time, if anger is your friend, don't you know when you die you'll come back again? If in the Master's plan you'll come back woman or a man, if your life is full of sin, don't you know when you die you'll come back again? I, thank God, thank God, thank God, I am not coming back no more. Been here before. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I don't want to come back no more. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Pretty cool
Wow.
song. Now, there's a lot of repetition in this song. I didn't read all the because deja vu, deja vu, deja vu. I love the way that she repeats a lot in the song.
Yeah.
Um, but I think everyone understands it just the way it's being presented.
Oh,
It's,
definitely.
yeah,
It's beautiful. That was a
yeah,
beautiful reading. Thank you, Donna. That was absolutely beautiful, and I'm just astonished at how beautiful this song is. It the the way it flows, it just really has a really really beautiful kind of message. And you know what it kind of reminds me of is the way that the story of Buddha is talked about. You know,
mm,
the way that Buddha had talked about, or the story of Buddha, where it's talked about where he had been able to see, or I think he had been able to see that he had been in numerous lives, numerous
yes,
past lives, and the kind of goal, if you will, of like his goal would have been kind of like this song where you're not going to come back. You finally achieved that moment of enlightenment where you get to stay where you go instead of instead of coming back. And it's not that coming back is some sort of a punishment. That's not what I'm trying to say. Just that it just reminds me of that story. And I don't have that story right in front of me, and I don't know if we need to go there that deeply. But I just I think I guess I'm kind of pointing that out to just kind of ask if you kind of agree, because it really
yeah.
feels like it's a lot like that.
Yes, and there are so many people, I believe, that are openly expressing that to other people, whether it's on a platform or just in a friend group, that they know they've been here before. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
And they'll talk
absolutely.
about their past lives. I
Yeah,
was this in
yeah.
a life, I was that in a life, and I know there's children now that it's very, very prominent in them. They speak about who they were before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are so many fascinating stories about children and what they experience, and it's something that sometimes takes people really off guard. But I know it. That's kind of the way the population is kind of coming into existence right now. Is it seems like the more kids that are born into this world, the more of them have that sense of I've been here before, and I know what's going to happen tomorrow, and things like that are starting to become a normal
Yes. Hmm.
within children, and kind of vicariously people like me get to live through them because
Yes. Yes.
I think it's wonderful that they are starting to be born with these precognitive skills and things like that. I think that's beautiful. And maybe it didn't happen in my generation, but that's okay because I get to watch them and
Hmm.
like I said, live vicariously through their experience because I know I feel like I've been here before. And with that, I just can't wait to dive into the
Yeah, I
song.
was gonna say,
um,
yeah, it doesn't really matter because I mean we're talking about young kids and
yeah,
we're a little more wise. We've been around a little longer.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Old. I'm young and I'm old. I'm rich and I'm poor. I think
Yeah.
the understanding of the connectedness between us all is so beautiful in those two lines
Oh yeah. Oh
because
yeah.
it doesn't, there is no line between young and old and rich and poor. We're all one. It's
We
the
are.
the understanding of, you know, that I am rich and I am poor. I am young and I am old is beautiful when you
It
can
is.
begin to understand that.
Absolutely. It's the phrase two things can be true. You know, this is what I love about the way this begins is it really foreshadows the fact that we are all the same. There
Yeah.
is no mention of, and it doesn't go, she doesn't go into skin differences or, you know, religious differences in many ways. It just goes right to something that is basic and very, very, very telling, I think. And that is, I am young and I'm old, I'm rich and I'm poor, because that is
Hmm.
everybody. You know,
Hmm.
you can bypass all of the other things and you can say, okay, we are all the same, you know.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
that because then I feel like I've been on this earth many times before, not just like I feel like I've been here before, but many times. And that was the
Yeah.
line that hit me when I was thinking about the story of Buddha, how, you know, the way that some of the gurus that people look up to and the stories of them, and they talk about their knowledge of having lived as an animal or a plant or a, you know, maybe even a different being on another planet, and they
Hmm.
just know, I have been these other things, I've lived many times before. And it even goes into that with, once I was a white gazelle or horseback riding free, you know.
Hmm.
And I think that's so beautiful because that is all of us. We have all been here before, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And the deja vu, it's wonderful in that um our beautiful tech guru pulled up a definition of deja vu, and I was like, wow, because some people actually are very scared of it because it's a sense of having already seen something or experienced something, coupled with that knowing that you haven't actually experienced it or seen it in physicality. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
it catches people off guard. And of course, some people call it like a brain glitch with two streams of thought colliding. Um, because the phrase, literally translated from French, means already seen.
I love that. I love that.
So,
Thank you. Thank you, Allison,
yeah.
because that's the thing that I really believe that we experience more often than we realize, because I'm a firm believer in the fact, or in the, to me, it's a fact. I'm going to say this because this is my truth. When I fall asleep and I have dreams, that is me experiencing another dimension. I feel like I
Hmm.
go somewhere else and I live another life and I am another being and I am in those things, because I can't imagine that it would be any other way. You know, I don't think that these experiences are something that we can quantify or you know, kind of make sense of in some other way. I think we I like the idea of embracing that I'm, you know, experiencing these things for real. That isn't something that is just a dream that I'm making up as pure fantasy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so that's why I think that the deja vu part, oh my gosh, I totally believe that we have all been here many times before. And I love this. I love this song for that reason, you know?
Right, because it what it does, the next line is it brings you searching in the darkness for a piece of me.
Yeah.
It's when that deja vu hits and you're like, whoa, because it
Yeah.
does. The brain is like, but I've experienced this. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. No, I haven't.
There's that
And then you're
collision that
like,
you were
okay,
talking
well,
about.
what
Yeah.
part of me has, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you begin to just look and what am I missing? There's a part of me that I know is existing because
Yeah.
it's experienced this before. And then when you go searching for that part of you is when you discover just how beautiful and expansive you really are, the
Yes.
quantumness of you.
Yes. That
begins
is,
to seep in because you are a white gazelle, you know, you
yes.
are
Yes.
that person riding on the horseback. It's like, wow, I can feel this for sure. I've been
Yes.
here before. The
Yeah.
knowingness begins to really solidify all that wonder and questioning.
Yeah. No, I feel that. And I love the fact that, then, like you were saying before, this is repeated because then it goes on to say, I can feel this for sure, for sure, for sure. I've been here before. And to me, that is the thing that we all kind of say when we are convinced of something. And
Hmm.
for all the reasons that we have right now, it's hard for us to accept it. It's hard for us to acknowledge that this is really happening, but we know it for sure. So we end up telling ourselves in our head, I know it, I know it, I know it, with all the emotion that
For
we can
sure, for
muster.
sure, for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then those feelings and those memories can come back sometimes because once you've like released and surrendered to the idea that that memory is real, then you know that you used to be a queen, on an
Hmm.
island by the sea. you know
Yeah.
it's it's that beautiful acknowledgement of knowing that that is a past life, that is a past experience that
Yeah.
that we have experienced. And I love that. I used to be a queen, on an island by the sea with
Yeah.
rainbow colored people, happy as can be. I love that.
Oh my
I love
gosh,
that.
Bruce, reading that just made my heart sing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, you know, it's true. We are rainbow people right now. I
Yes, we
grew
are.
up I grew up of course like many other people did in that sense of understanding a type of God in
Hmm.
Jesus. And Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in his sight. So, I
Absolutely.
mean, it's like red and yellow, black and white. Yeah, that's a rainbow.
Yes. Well,
It's
and
like
it's
color doesn't it to me it's the colors of the wind. I
it
remember
is.
us doing a song about the colors of the wind. It's the rainbow colored people happy as can be. I can envision a world, Bruce, where everyone is just happy.
Yes.
I know,
Yes.
and happy
And
in their mistakes is what I'm trying
yes.
to say. In other
No,
words,
absolutely.
yeah, fall on the ground and skin your knee. Well, hey, my skin's gonna grow back. This is pretty cool. You know what I mean? I mean, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know a lot of people are like, the whole world just can't be happy because then, it's like we're a bunch of drones walking around. But I am talking about finding the joy even in the grind and the muck and the darkness of it all because it is a lesson. It is a
It is.
growth. It is an understanding of we never had a problem. There never was a care, and love was ever flowing. It's a feeling, and it's feelings we shared.
Yes,
When you learn that everything is based in love, then the understanding is able to be shared.
it
Because when
is.
that person yells at you, you can still understand that they're coming from love so that you
Absolutely.
can learn how not to be rocked by that anger. It's
Yes.
like, oh, okay.
No, that is absolutely for sure because we can feel it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
something that is just so clear and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be questioned.
Right.
And that's the thing is, I know that we all have that collision. I think we were just talking about in uh the definition of deja vu. There's those two thoughts that are colliding, and I think that that's a good thing. It's just that sometimes we fight that because we kind of don't want to give in to what we feel like might be something that we don't know if we can accept it right in that moment. It's kind of hard to wrap our mind around. So I think
Right.
that's, because it is a beautiful, beautiful kind of thing. And I just had a story that I was looking up because there's a gentleman that was in a and we need to go on with our song, of course, of course, of course. But there was a gentleman that was actually in the concentration camps in Germany, and his story is just
Oh,
so beautiful because what he finally realized in a way was that the let's see, his name is, I'll tell you here in a second, Viktor Frankl.
oh,
And
I recognize that
yeah,
name.
he realized while he was in the concentration camps that, you know, men didn't just die from starvation or disease, they died from giving up. The moment a
Mm,
prisoner lost his reason to survive, his why, his body would collapse within days. And the
wow.
doctors had a term for it, give upitis.
Oh my
But
gosh.
but
Yeah.
the men who held on to something, a
Yeah.
wife to find, a child to see again, a book to write, a debt to repay, a promise to keep, they endured unthinkable suffering. The difference
Mm,
wasn't physical strength, it was meaning. So what he did was he would approach men on the edge of despair and whisper, "Who is waiting for you? What work is left unfinished? What would you tell your son about surviving this?" You
mm,
know, because
yeah.
the the way that they would get through it is by living to, look forward to something. You can have so many things taken away from you, but they can't take away this part, that thing that you have. um, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. And to me, that's just, it's so beautiful because it's so hard to think of those things when we are having those moments, and
Right.
and
I
I think
think it
that's a
is
part of,
those moments, Bruce, that
yeah,
that and what you're saying, what Frankel said, finding that joy and that happiness in those moments, I believe is what Teena Marie is saying in the
I
next
agree. Yes.
line when she
Yeah.
says, the soul feels like the universe. It's
Yes.
vast and never ends.
Yes.
It
Stars.
brings
Yeah.
this feeling of just you can't contain it. It's so
Yeah.
much joy. It's happiness. You're like, wow, okay. The soul feels like the universe.
It
Stars
does.
to me are children. The
Yes.
babies are my friends. God is like a galaxy. Oh my gosh, God is a galaxy.
And yes, the one that we're in, it's true. And I
Hmm.
feel that because, yeah, um, within my spirit flies. It is within this galaxy, is where our
Yeah.
spirit flies. And we could say, I love the way that we like to talk about this here on the show, because we can say that it could be God, it could be spirit, it could be source, it could be so many different things to
Mhm.
all of you out there. But
Buddha.
yeah, it could be Buddha, and
Allah, love,
yes,
all those things that people call that.
that galaxy.
Yeah, yeah.
That galaxy, and that is within my spirit flies, just like she says.
Hmm.
And that's the most beautiful part of, I felt this way a million times, please don't ask me why, is the next lyric. And I just love that because when we were talking about the soul feels like the universe and God is like a galaxy within my spirit flies, and I know that a lot of us have felt that. I've felt this
Hmm.
way a million times, and I don't know how to explain it, so please don't ask me why.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, yeah, yeah. When your spirit flies, I would love to hear some feedback from you all listening on that.
Me too.
Can you recall, share with us a moment in your life when you felt your spirit flying? When did
Yeah.
your spirit soar? Because I remember those times. I mean, that's what she says. I feel it. I feel it. I know it. I have felt this before. I know it for sure. I've been here before.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I know that Many of you have felt that where your spirit just soars. Yeah. The question of my lifetime, if you ask my point of view, they say it all was karma. Call it deja vu. Call it deja vu. There it is,
There it
deja
is.
vu.
Yeah.
Yes. And she just repeats that. In other words, remember,
Yeah.
remember. And that's a big word, I think, right now. We're being called to remember, remember who we are. You know, the karmic cycle. Thank you, Allison. A karmic cycle is a repeated pattern of challenges or relationships in one's life, driven by past actions or intentions, which provides opportunities for learning and spiritual growth.
Yeah.
So, in order to break that karmic cycle, you just become aware of it and you
Yes.
constantly choose to respond differently to the situation, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's the deja vu. I've been here before. I know this. This is how many times have you gotten in a relationship and it's you notice patterns repeating. You know, everybody says, you know, I always go after the same kind of man. Well, stop going after that same kind of man. Change something, make a conscious choice to do something different.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like we like to say, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. And
Yes.
I think that that's exactly part of what is happening. And I love the fact that we have the samsara as the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, while karma is the universal law of cause and effect that determines the nature of future lives within that cycle. Thank you,
Yeah.
Allison. Actions in one life create karma, which in turn shapes the circumstances of the next life in samsara, with the ultimate goal being liberation from
Yes.
this endless cycle, just like Buddha had said. And that's exactly what I feel like the song is saying. Um, which is very easy to get distracted from because this is all beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And and that's what I love that she repeats, and I can feel this for sure, feel it for sure. I've been here before, and I can feel it for sure. I've been here before. I've been here before. I can feel it. I can feel it. You know, it's like
Mm-hmm.
almost like an emotional release.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
it goes back to repeating the beginning. You know, I'm young and I'm old. I'm rich and I'm poor. You know, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I've been on this earth many times before.
I
You
can
know,
feel it.
yeah, once I was a white gazelle on horseback riding free, searching in the darkness for a piece of me. I
I
can
can
feel it,
feel
you know?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's so beautiful. And it's the way that I think that you said that word to remember, to
Mm-hmm.
remember that we used to be kings and queens living on islands by the sea with rainbow colored people, which we actually live with now, but we seem
Mm-hmm.
to have kind of forgotten that that's how
Yeah.
we are now.
Yeah.
We've forgotten that we're all happy as can be, and there never was a problem. There isn't a problem now, really. And there never was any care, there really isn't a
Mm-hmm.
care. Love is overflowing and it's feeling. It should be shared.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just so beautiful because this is such a statement, such a testament to the time that we live in now. And
Yeah.
I can feel this for sure. I don't know about you, Donna, but I feel just kidding. I know we both do. I
Yeah.
feel it so for sure that I've been here before and that I've lived this life before. And I'm not afraid of the transition and I'm not afraid of the process. Um,
Yeah.
it's not something that I want to go and do just so I can experience it right like right now.
Yeah.
But I definitely am not afraid of that because if I get to stay where we go, then I'll be wonderfully, beautifully in bliss and in love. But if I get to come back, then I'll be in the same place too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I
it's
think
a
yeah.
win-win.
Oh, definitely. I know this is one of the longer episodes and this is a longer song, but I really want to share something right now. I'm being
Yes.
drawn to share it because What you just read, this part of this song about rainbow colored people, happy as can be, never was a problem. There never was a care. So the other night, Bruce, I had a deja vu. And I'm going to get emotional. I'm sorry because it was so beautiful. I have had a dream of sitting on my porch. Um, I have a beautiful sanctuary here where I live. I live on a little lake and I love just looking out at the lake. And I used to daydream of a time that I could just sit on the front porch and stare at the lake with not a care in the world. And the other night, I sat on the porch, Bruce, and I was looking at the lake, and it just, the feeling, the deja vu came over me. I was like, because I didn't have a care in the world at that moment. And it
That's
was the
beautiful.
most beautiful experience to just let go of everything and just be and I don't know how to explain it. It was so beautiful to just have not a care in the world with all
So
the cares going on all around me. Because I really do. I mean, there's a lot going on. And I know all of you are experiencing this right now. And if you could just take that moment, one single moment, and sit and not care about anything.
yeah,
Oh, the peace and the expansiveness and the beauty the love that
yes,
flows in is unbelievable. And I realized
absolutely.
in that moment that my dream had come true. You know, I was sitting
That's
on my front porch without a care in the world. And I had dreamed that, you know, a few years before. So, yeah,
that
deja
that is
vu.
that is so beautiful, Donna, and
Yeah.
that is something that I dream that we will all I can't say that I actually dream this, but I do think this right now that I really hope that we all get to experience something exactly like that because I know we are all capable of it. It's just that a lot of times I think that, we just don't quite allow ourselves to have that. But I believe in that and I'm so grateful you shared that because that is such a beautiful story. And I'm going to borrow what you just did earlier and just say, hey, if any of you guys out there have experienced this feeling or
Oh,
experienced this
yeah.
kind of deja vu, please share that with us and please comment or email us or do whatever, let us know because that is a beautiful thing, a beautiful, beautiful thing. Um, and sometimes we have deja vu that really startles us and surprises us in different ways, but I think that we can all share that. And I would love to hear from you, anybody about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I can feel this for sure, for sure, for sure. Feel it
Yes.
for sure, for sure, for sure. I've been here before. I swear it. I can
Yes.
feel it for sure. For sure, for sure. Feel it for sure. I've been here before. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, of course, I love how Teena Marie does at least address those things we struggle with.
Yes.
This is the darkness people speak of, but is it really darkness? Because it can be seen as beauty. It's beautiful in its lesson that it is. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because
Yeah.
when it is presented to you, when you realize, oh my gosh, you know, she goes in to say, if hate is on your mind and you can't give love the time, it's like, wow, that I could, you know, I could feel that hate. I could, I hear this hate. I feel this hate. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's in the recognition of it and the letting go and allowing the love in, that the
Yeah.
hate gets to be transmuted, transformed. It's alchemy. It's what we're all here doing, you know? And yes, I hate this traffic. Ooh, wow. I just felt hate. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. It's in the moment of being able to understand and realize that that's part of who you are.
It
This is
is.
being human.
Yes.
If
Yes. And
anger is your friend,
yeah,
don't you
it's
know when you die, you'll come back again?
yes. And it's amazing because then she goes on to say, if in the master's plan you'll come back, woman or man, if your life is full of sin, don't you know when you die you'll come back again? I love that because it's true. It is so true. I thank God, thank God, I thank God I am not coming back no more. Been here before. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I don't want to come back no more with an exclamation point.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, thank God, thank God. And I love that. I love it. And, I remember hearing or talking about this once in the past that anger is transformative. And it is something that we are gifted these emotions. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe them to be gifts. I believe that when we feel that hate, when we feel that anger, these are gifts because they aren't given to us for, without any reason whatsoever. And there is a sense that if we removed that emotion, that we could be walking around like I think you were referring to before, like zombies. But that's not the reality of it. It's just that the fear of giving in to the love and happiness sometimes is just so overwhelming that I believe that some may feel that describing it as walking around in a mindless happiness
Mm-hmm.
is something that we shouldn't be able to experience. And I would say, no, we can have all of the emotions with the love and the happiness that we can absorb ourselves in for a majority of the time. But are you going to love that smell that, maybe you stepped in dog poop somewhere and you're walking around and you don't realize it. And then suddenly you smell that smell and you're like, oh, darn, I got dog poop on my shoe. But, actually, it can give you a moment of, silly joy because then you can laugh. You can laugh at the moment. And yes, you can become angry. Yes, you can feel the hate for the poop, okay. But it is a moment of release. It's a moment of I don't think it's something we should run away from because we need these feelings. You, Donna, you once consoled me through some loss. And some of the words that you said to me were, you are going to feel these feelings, Bruce, and you should feel them and you should experience this. And your words were so beautiful in those moments. And it just makes me feel like what this is saying, that these are valid feelings and we can have them, but we can also learn that that transformative moment can become back to where we can go to the love and happiness rather than just simmer and sit in that anger and hate.
Yes. And it's in the realization that wherever the anger and hate are coming from, um, is where the understanding that that too is God
Yes.
and a
Yes.
teacher and a master, and the gratitude. Thank you for
Yes.
allowing me to feel that and to
Yeah.
be able to transmute it. That is where I believe we all are going, and that's the key to unlocking this beautiful world ahead of us, because it's in the understanding and the knowing that the person that is standing there screaming at you, making, spewing their anger at you,
Yeah.
that's God in that form
Yeah.
to teach you how to transmute anger, how
Yes.
to not let it, rock you off your center. And
It is.
realizing that it is all God. Yes, it is.
It
All the,
truly is.
the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's all one. And
Yeah.
then thanking, thanking, really, really appreciating and being grateful for the
Yes.
understanding of that person, because then it's the compassion comes out, you
Yes.
know? It's like, and the empathy, which we all have, we just, it's learning how to, oh my God, I see you now. I
Yes.
see you and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Like the
Because
dog poop. I mean,
yes.
you had to, so I'm envisioning the rest of the story, Bruce, is that you had to stop and lean against a lamp post or whatever to kind of brush the poop off your shoe. And as you look up, an eagle flies overhead, and you're like, oh, I've never really seen an eagle before. And you
Yes.
realize that if I didn't stop to clean the poop off my shoe, I wouldn't have seen that eagle. Or,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's something like that always happens.
It does.
In other words, there is something beautiful on the other side of the lesson, the darkness, the whatever it
There
is
is.
that you're
Yes.
experiencing.
Yes, and it's all a gift. Just like you
Yes.
were saying, it's
Yes.
all a gift. And
Yes.
it's so hard to imagine that because many people nowadays are in a little bit of their echo chambers because they don't want to hear something they don't agree with. But having somebody else that we don't agree with is a gift. Having
Yes.
somebody else that might be angry with us, that's a gift. It's just hard to imagine because there are so many facets of this, so much nuance, and it's all a gift. And
Yes.
the things that we don't like, we can't just run around eliminating because those are gifts. And the
Mm-hmm.
poop is a gift. It's such a gift. And that's the side of it that we tend to forget because, we tend to run away from things that we don't like, or we just, it doesn't smell good. Okay, we're not going to do something about, or with that. It seems like we've kind of gone astray from realizing that God is it's in everything and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Every single person, every single being that is on this earth,
Yeah.
just like she started out saying, the rich and the poor and all of it,
Young and the
all of
old.
it. Yes,
Yes.
all of it.
Yes. Yep.
And,
And
that's
it
that.
really is all deja vu, Bruce.
It
This
really
thing
is.
called life, it's deja vu
It
because
is.
we've been here before and everything is happening all at once. It's so hard for our little brains to understand
Yes,
that there
it
is
really
no
is.
time,
Yeah,
that what we're thinking is deja vu is actually happening just in a, different dimension, different timeline, whatever you want to call it. It's like, oh, wow, okay. And Bruce, there is one thing that I think we can leave people with, and it will help them understand or help them hopefully process through all of these things we're speaking of, is that if you can understand and acknowledge the fact that nothing happens to you, that everything happens for you, you'll begin to see and experience life differently.
yes,
Because then that poop that got on your shoe, it didn't happen to you. It happened for you so that you could take a moment to stop and see the beauty that is really around you.
absolutely.
Or that, you
Absolutely.
know, after you cleaned the poop, a beautiful woman walks by that has on this luscious perfume, and you're like, oh, it's like, hello. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful deja
incredible.
vu.
It is, and it's a gift. It's all a gift.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for it because we're not just living, you know, we're not just living through survival. We're not just in a moment of survival. I mean, we are all trying to survive, but we all have the ability to decide to kind of enjoy this and appreciate it. And it's a victory over whatever that could be trying to, I don't know, change
Yeah.
how we see things. It's
Yeah.
just we have this beautiful ability. And so I'm with you. It's all deja vu.
Enjoy your deja vu and
Yes.
reach out. Let us know. Yeah, we appreciate you, each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining in today and being with us here today on
Lyrical
Wisdom.